Abandoning and leaving out the Mount Kenya region out of the development plan of the Kenya Kwanza government is an agenda that has been spoken openly by the critics of the president, and not only the critics, but also by those in government of President William Ruto. They have made it clear that they have a plan to alienate the Mount Kenya region from the development plans. Now, another statement that I will make in regards to this is the use of the said gangs, the revival of MUNGIKI gang, to be used against the people of the Mount Kenya region to influence the politics of the region. It is something that Rigathi Gachagua spoke about the other day on Saturday when his wife was chased out of a prayer meeting in Njeri County, Kamukunji Stadium. But now, this thing seems to be taking another turn. Allow me to diverge deep into this conversation with a clear and an open mind that I want you also to share your views on it. A statement was today made, and I want you to hear this statement out and clear. It is a statement that was made by one Njeri Maina, the women representative of KIRINYANGA County. Njeri, being an ally of Rigathi Gachagua, has been so open in criticizing the government of President William Ruto because she chose her path, and her path was to support Honorable Rigathi Gachagua. Now, I want you to listen to this. Njeri says this, and I want to read it out in clear. 5 hours ago, Honorable Njeri Maina said this. 3 MPs from a certain community have blatantly told me that they will finish Kikuyus. Yet there are people from Mount Kenya who sit pretty and make uncomfortable gestures, or are completely, and make uncomfortable gestures, or are completely ignorant of the discussions that are currently ongoing, because they are in government and are eating life with a big spoon. And she continues by speaking about the message that was said by one member of parliament, Dan Wanyama. She says this conversation has been happening in the corridors of power for some time. As a matter of fact, there are certain people in government who hate Mount Kenya, and specifically the Kikuyu tribe, so innately they are boiling things up for the next election. And she began a thread to address the issue. She goes, it goes without saying, this "oh, we don't want tribalism" rhetoric is a facade, and they actively plan a 207 repeat. Ask yourself, what is tribalism? Is saying you come from a certain tribe tribalism? Is agitating for development of your region and its interest without exclusion of others tribalism? Those are questions Njeri is asking. And she continues, what is tribalism? The people selling "we don't want tribalism" are the biggest benefactors, active drivers and supporters of tribalism. She says it's called plausible deniability. Look, I was actually telling people to stop tribalism. Half the cabinet is nearly from a certain tribe. When this statement is made before a sitting president, while William Samuel Ruto, who doesn't utter a word about it, yet he is pushing a united Kenya front, what do you think? Anasema, those laughing because they are eating in government today. What names will you bear when you come for people bearing your name, speaking your tongue? We must call out this hypocrisy for what it is. That is Njeri Maina for you. Now, I want also to read the statement that was made by one Dan Wanyama the other day. He said, If we unite, we will isolate Mount Kenya. It will be us against them. I have no fear in saying that. Enough is enough. Now, those are words from a member of parliament. And Rigathi Gachagua affirms these statements. Now, when we speak about alienation, when we speak about politics of of tribalism in this country, the President of the Republic of Kenya knows that he is the greatest benefactor of the Mount Kenya region goodies. Because in the year 2010, the Limuru 2 meeting that was organized by Mzee Mwai Kibaki, together with Honorable Mishuki and other leaders from different tribes in the country, that is the meeting that saw the birth of William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta's ticket, the Jubilee ticket, where Uhuru had his TNA, which had swept over the Mount Kenya region. Ruto had the URP, which had taken over the Rift Valley region. These two characters were all facing cases against humanity in egg. So the cases against humanity, they had been brought by the ICC prosecutor Moreno Ocampo, where he said that Ruto had fueled the Kalenjins against the Kikuyus, where Uhuru Kenyatta had advised the Kikuyus to retaliate against the Kalenjins. So when we came together in the Limuru 2 meeting in the year 2010, when we were also having the conversation of the new constitution of Kenya, they decided for we to save these brothers of ours, whether Kalenjin or Kikuyu, we have to come together. And what will bring us together is us forming a coalition of the two tribes, the Kalenjin and the Kikuyus, to come together against one man who is Raila Amolo Odinga, who was vying for the presidency come the year 2013. They came together, formed the Uhuruto under one umbrella, which was called the Jubilee Party, the Jubilee Coalition. They swept the country off their feet and they won the election. So they know the reason why they came together, the Calais and the Kyoks, is because they knew the case against them was based on merits of division, that they come from different tribes. Now tell us how you will have a case against us if we are elected as president and his deputy in under one umbrella, where these two tribes that you thought were against each other have come together. Now that was the unification of this country. The fights and the whole 207 scenario and 208 was buried and forgotten. But come now the year 2025. After the election of the year 2022, a new facade has been born. And leaders are speaking against unification of the whole country, moving forward as a united front. And that is what Njeri tells us. If a leader can stand before people and before the president and call upon an alienation of a certain group of people, then the president stands up and does not oppose does not oppose such comments and such mentality of certain leaders, then that means the president is in bed with those that are supporting the division tribal of this country. Now, how will we work if we have a divided front? You know, right now, the reason why these people are so confident in saying that they are aligning they are leaving the Mount Kenya region out of development is because President William Ruto has taken so long since he visited the Mount Kenya region. He has turned his interest to the people of Luya, to the Luo people, to his people from the Kalenjin group, to the Mombasa people. Those are the regions he is visiting. The deputy president, who was given the position to serve on the interest of the people from the mountain, that man, there is no single time he has organized a conference in the Mount Kenya region. Another thing that Njeri said is when she purported that one Honorable Oscar Sudi has been funding or holding meetings that are in support of the group that we all refer to as the MUNGIKI group. Are we together? I want you to listen to this to this message. She says, why is the international community quiet about it, yet they have intelligence report of what's going on in Rift Valley? Flagged, strange arms deals etc. Night meetings sponsored by Oscar Sudi and Co. Why is the government arming a militia in Mount Kenya? How much can you hate a tribe? Now that message that Njeri posted on 25th of June, on 20th of January 2025. Why is the international community quiet about it, yet they have intelligence report of what's going on in Rift Valley? Remember, the Mungiki is one body that was used to sell fear and division in the country in the 2007-2008 PV, post-election violence. So Njeri anatuambia that why is the international community quiet about it, yet they have intelligence report of what's going on in Rift Valley. Flagged strange arms deals etc. Night meetings sponsored by Oscar Sudi and Co. Why is the government arming a militia in Mount Kenya? How much can you hate a tribe? Now the militia, or whatever Njeri is saying, she's trying to say that Oscar Sudi has a direct conversation or a direct communication line with Maina Njenga. And there are certain deals that arms deals. When you hear arms deals, ina maana ni silaha ambazo zinauzwa na hizi silaha zinaletwa na hawa watu kwa ajili ya kukipa kikundi wala kukiinua, kukiamsha kikundi cha Mungiki ambacho kiliweza kucause havoc in this country back in the days. Remember, right now Maina is traversing the country with state security. So tell me, if this comment that Njeri is putting out, Njeri Maina is putting out, if this is true, then where are we heading as a republic? Because I think this is the farthest somebody or the lowest somebody can go in terms of hating on somebody. Nataka usikize hapa. Comments are coming in. A lot of people. Moihaki says the international community are always a day too late. They will get here after blood has been shed. Lives have never been a priority to them. Elrico anasema, by any chance unaweza kuwa unajua requirements ya kupewa hizo arms? My pal is interested. Kilowat anasema, is one thing going investigation? Why inform the suspect? They could compromise the investigation. Collins Mboa anasema, Newton's third law, for every hate on Raila Odinga there is an equal opposite reaction from Sudi and Co. MT.KENYA anasema, international community warn you against voting the duo. Cry for church elders who said he is God chosen. Julius Washari anasema, kama wanataka kuwake kutawaka, walituona usiku. We love peace though. Marma anasema, everyone knows the side which is insulting a self-aligned community. It is not the peaceful people of Rift Valley. The various communities in Rift Valley are living in peace and harmony. Msilete hizo za mlima. But there is one thing also I have realized. You know, the people in those communities that you are fueling against themselves, those people are living in peace. It doesn't matter. Hawataki kujua we have intermarried, tunaishi kwa amani. We live. You are a Kikuyu, you are a Luo, they are married, they have intermarried. I am a Kyuk, I am married to a Kaleji. And yet, you think that your so-called divisions of ones on social media will come and divide us. Stop this propaganda. But when you look at this, if this country continues treading on the path that it's trending, and whatever misinformation is being fed to the public, that is what will lead this country to a very dangerous head. Wadau, maoni yenu ni yepi haswa? Because this thing seems to be being born every day. Kuna stories zinachipukia kila kukicha. Mi nataka haswa kujua wewe kama Mkenya, mzalendo wa hili taifa letu la Kenya, maoni yako haswa ni yepi? Tungane katika video zetu zijazo. Na je, unaamini ya kwamba Honorable Oscar Sudi ana uhusiano na Maina Njenga na ya kwamba amekuwa akiwasupplyia Maina Njenga na wenzake silaha kama jinsi ambavyo ambaye ni mwakilishi wa wanawake katika kaunti ya KIRINYANGA Njeri Maina anavodai? Swali ninalokuuliza, maana ni mengi anasemwa kila kukicha, lakini mwisho siku tunasalia tu na fununu. Tunataka kujua ukweli. Achia maoni kwenye comment section. Na je, kuna uwezekano kama maneno ya Dan Wanyama yanaweza fanyika, ya kwamba serikali na kabila zingine zote zitaungana dhidi ya kabila la Kikuyu lililopo katika eneo la Mlima Kenya? Kumbuka Mlima Kenya tu hauna kabila moja pekee. Kuna kabila la Kikuyu, kabila la Embu, kabila la Meru, kabila la Tharaka. Na kando na hayo, kuna makabila mengine mengi ambayo yamekuwa absorbed into the Mount Kenya region. Kuna watu ambao wameoana, wana familia, na wao ni kabila tofauti kabisa. They live in peace and harmony. They are raising families. Love brought them together. So tell me, what are you selling to these people? Nyayo kwa sasa dao. Make sure una subscribe. Let's meet in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe. This is the Kenyan Daily Report TV.